Good morning BNI Sunrise, it's Cass from L&S Performance Limited and today is my 10 minutes. So L&S Performance Limited started trading in 2014, specialise in restoration modification of Japanese vehicles, and for all the cool people out there, JDM license. We also repair, service and maintain other vehicles up to 3.5 tonnes. On our custom work we like to use a black, white and gold colour scheme. This is to identify our work because we're proud of what we do, seeing as our motto is passion, performance, perfection. And don't forget, our MOTs are only £50. That includes collection, delivery and a valet of your vehicle for all new customers. So I thought I'd tell you a little bit about myself, where I came from and my enthusiasm for what I do today. So I started off as a young man and I had great dreams of becoming a pilot in the RAF. So I went about seeking this career through scouts, moving up into air cadets at 759 Beckle Squadron, where I retained the rank of warrant officer. At 16 I applied to the RAF and later found out due to medical reasons of eyesight that I couldn't become a pilot. So my second choice was an engines and airframes technician, taken after my father's work in Libya. One thing led to another and unfortunately I didn't get the opportunity to fulfil that career path. So moving on, I naturally went into mechanics and modifying vehicles became a passion for me. I'm a particular favourite fan of Hondas. I believe that from a technical point of view they're extremely well engineered, and from a modification point of view they're a great underdog and can achieve amazing things for very little money. A little bit of family history from the Leonard side, that we 4 to 5 generations ago were linked in with Sir Walter Gilby of the gin factory, and we used to trade alcohol and animal furs to London Heathrow from Essex. One of my favourite bands is Linkin Park. I never got the opportunity to see them live, something that would have been really pretty cool, but nevertheless I still get to enjoy their music most of the time. I'm a dog lover and we have dogs in the family. My first ever dog was Gizmo, he was a little pug, and then we had a Chihuahua called Turbo, and now we have a little 59er called Diesel. So seeing as winter's coming, I just wanted to go through a few little safety points, some checks, some visual checks that everyone can do. You don't need to get dirty hands, it's just a simple case of opening your bonnet and having a look. Now I'm more than happy for anyone that's a little unsure to have a little one-to-one with you and go through your particular vehicle, because some are different. But my main piece of advice for anyone looking to maintain their vehicles themselves, especially through the winter months, is read your handbook. A lot of the information you need to know about your car is in there. So checking fluids under the bonnet. First thing we're going to look at is your oil level. Now there's a dipstick. Again, this will be located in your handbook. You need to pull the dipstick, wipe it, dip it and check again on the level. What you're looking for is the oil line to sit between the minimum and the maximum of the designated length on your dipstick. If you notice that the oil level is below the minimum, then please seek professional advice straight away. The next fluid that you would check under your bonnet is your coolant level. Now the coolant keeps your engine running at the optimal temperature. If there is a leak or a failure in the coolant system, you will notice a low level, and again this is something that needs to be checked. But on the whole, as long as it's between the minimum and the maximum, the vehicle is in a safe drivable condition. The third and final fluid to check under your bonnet is your brake fluid. Again, this has a minimum and maximum level, and in your handbook will show you where it needs to be. If you notice that the brake fluid is below the minimum, this could also mean that there is an issue with your brakes, pads, discs, or there could possibly be a leak. If there is a leak or a major issue, safety concern with your brake fluid level, then a warning light will come on the dash. The fourth and final fluid that you need to check under your bonnet is your windscreen washer. Now, some of these are not as easy to check the levels on, but most modern vehicles will give you a warning when the washer fluid is down. Especially in the winter months, you need to make sure that this is regularly topped up, as you don't want to be caught short with a dirty windscreen. Warning lights displayed on the dash when the ignition is on need to be checked, and the three main ones that we look for safety concerns are your engine management light, your brake light, and your airbag or seatbelt restraint system light. If you have any of these illuminated, then please get some professional advice. Visually inspecting and maintaining your tyres is another safety concern. The legal minimum requirement in the country is 1.6mm over 3/4 of the diameter of your tyre. I recommend between 3 and 4mm, especially during the winter months. The lack in tyre tread depth can cause safety concerns in regards to braking or handling of your vehicle, and I wouldn't advise running it to the legal minimum amount. To check the lights on your vehicle, this can be done with two people, or if you've got a reflective background surface where you can check your backlights, then this can be done by yourself. But what you need to look for is run through your side lights, main beam and full beam, indicators, hazard lights, fog lights, rear number plate lights and rear lights, reversing lights and rear fog lights. Once a week I suggest checking those, or before any long journeys. And just a little acronym just before to have in the back of your mind and every day is TLL. TLL. Tyres, leaks, lights. Check your tyres, check your fluids, check your lights. All of these things throughout the winter months will help keep you and your vehicle safe and serviceable and on the roads. Thanks. Alright guys, I know it's early in the morning and probably half of you have fallen asleep, so I thought I'd chuck in a little 18 question quiz for you at the end, just to make sure you have been listening and you've picked out the key points of what I've had to say today. Enjoy. Question 1. How often should you check your oil level? Question 2. What fluids do you visually check? Question 3. What's the legal and recommended tyre tread depth? Question 4. Why is it important to maintain your windscreen washer level? Question 5. Where would you find your vehicle information? Question 6. What does TLL stand for? Question 7. How much is an MOT from L&S Performance and what's included? Question 8. When did L&S Performance Limited start trading? Question 9. What does L&S Performance specialise in? Question 10. What is L&S Performance's motto? Question 11. Does L&S Performance service and repair other vehicles? Question 12. What is our signature colour scheme? Question 13. What was my first career choice? Question 14. What was my second career choice? Question 15. What's my favourite type of car manufacturer? Question 16. What family is linked to the Leonards? Question 17. What's my favourite band? Question 18, and this is a bonus question for breed. What are the names of my 3 dogs that I've had?